Untitled. Dedication to my mother, who I love so much. The orange cup exploded against my face. In the same breath, the scowling lips said, "Pa que no joda más." Perhaps this is how love falls from the sky. With punches, kicks, and the occasional broken tooth, she wonders why I never sent her a Mother's Day card. The swollen flesh on cheek doesn't mimic a back. My name is Samuel Fish Vargas. People call me Fish Vargas or just Fish.
How long have you been doing what you do?
I am pushing from 1999 to present day. It's been a couple of years.
How would you describe what you do? Or do you define yourself as a writer, poet, spoken word artist?
It's funny because when I first started, I've always felt, yeah, I'm a spoken word artist. That's about 1 year. 2 or 3 years in, you start meeting some real poets. So now all of a sudden you're from spoken word artist, you go to poet. And then you start meeting the real writers. So at first you go to the open mic, you're a spoken word artist. And then you meet, let's say, Galway Canal, all of a sudden you're a poet. And then 4 or 5 years later, you go to, say, Geraldine Dodge Festival. And you start meeting like Mark Doty and, you know, Stephen Dunn and everybody. Now you're like, fuck, I need to call myself a writer. Because at the end of the day, you can't pigeonhole yourself into one place.
When did you first discover you were a writer?
I hate when motherfuckers say, I've been writing since I was 2 years old. It's just a fucking lie, you know what I'm saying? People lie, so it's bullshit. I started in 1999, officially 1999, when I went to support this dude, Oscar Bermeo. And he said, yo, Fish, come with me to this open mic. I've always had interest in reading and listening and learning about poetry and stuff like that. So I went to this open mic with him, and the host at that time was Guillermo Charles Gonzalez. And I read this poem that I've always carried in my pocket. And it's probably the worst poem I've ever written and shit. And I read it, and I was a little nervous. And then I get off the stage, and then Guy says, is that the first time you ever did that? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, yo, good job. And I came back a week after. And the week after that, I got sucked in by the attention and the audience and the clapping. I got sucked in. But after getting, you know, corralled by the proper people, they let you know what to do.
Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles, baby, all day.
Aliens or Terminator 2?
Aliens.
Can you name one of the poems of yours that's been the hardest to write? For whatever reason, emotionally or just because you really challenged yourself?
The first one that I read today about my mom. That was the first time I ever read it anywhere. The first time I ever read a poem. That poem, first time. It was hard because my moms and I had a very difficult relationship. Her way of parenting was, you know, parenting with the hand. And it made me rebel greatly. I left my house when I was 17 years old. You know, I hit my mom, so I'm not gonna lie. You know, she hit me, I hit her back. And it was that type of relationship. So writing about that has been difficult. It's been very, very difficult. And then trying not to glorify the Bronx, but also giving you a real realistic view of what the Bronx really is. Because, you know, I'm proud, I'm ghetto, I'm thug, you know, but I'm not walking around saying, awesome, I'm a thug, you know, I'm a thug because I grew up that way, but it's not really great being a thug. So, yeah.
If you could name a person that isn't a writer that was a good mentor to you growing up, would you be able to say who they were and why?
That's gonna make me cry. The first time I ever held a 9mm gun was my man Freddie Martin. He took me under his wing and he taught me everything to survive on the streets, right? And it wasn't even like, you know, you do this, you do that. It was just that mentor-young relationship. You know, I was 15, he was about 20. But those 5 years difference really changed things, you know? But he taught me how to survive, how to be smart, how to be methodical. Don't go off the edge angry. If you're gonna do something, plan it out. Organize it. Take your time. Because if you don't forget, you can catch him in a couple of years, you know? So he was murdered in 1991. And he was with this girl, Julie, and this girl, Gracie, washing a car. And the guys came up behind him, and they pulled out 4 guns. And he grabbed both the girls. And they started shooting him in the back. And each gunshot that hit him in the back, he was saying, fuck you, motherfucker, that ain't shit, that ain't shit, that ain't shit. And the one that killed him was the one that shot him in the back of the head. And that story is, you know, corroborated by the girls that he saved their lives because his big body didn't let the bullets hit the girls, you know. My name is Fish Vargas. I'm inviting you to Donde Esta Mi Gente in San Francisco. I will be featuring out there April 12th. It's all about the Latino takeover. So if you brown, you down, son. You know how it goes. Stay brown all day.